Back in March, we had the opportunity to take our second ever team of 8 junior high students to Salem, Oregon for a missions and leadership trip. On this trip, our team got to interact with a variety of different people from a variety of different organizations. These include Simonka Place, where students got to interact with women and children experiencing homelessness. They also got to help those experiencing food insecurity by packing resources at Marion Polk Food Share. And our team got to engage with former refugees in a worship setting at International Prayer Gathering, as well as a practical needs setting at Salem for Refugees. As I look back on this team and what they did, one of the constant themes that just kept coming up was this idea of being intentional. Whether it was a conversation that they had or the service they were doing, every single one of these students was just super intentional wherever they were at. And as you listen to these stories, I hope that you catch a glimpse of this theme as well.
My name is Cameron, and I'm in 8th grade, and I go to Washington Middle School.
My name's Allie Whiteman. I'm in 8th grade, and I go to Target Range School.
My name is Tucker, and I am in 7th grade. I go to Washington Middle School.
My name is Kennedy. I'm in 7th grade, and I go to Meadow Hill Middle School.
My name is Savannah, and I'm in 7th grade, and I go to Meadow Hill Middle School.
My name is Kane McCracken. I'm in 8th grade at Washington Middle School.
My name is Elsie. I'm in 8th grade, and I am homeschooled.
I'm Elliot. I'm in 8th grade, and I am homeschooled.
On the trip, we visited a place called Salem for Refugees, and they help with the families that come from different countries and they settle in Oregon, where we were.
We moved some couches for this family from Afghanistan, that family of 11.
And we delivered a couch to their house, and when we got there, we were carrying this huge, heavy couch, and we put it in the house.
The kids were like all jumping around, getting on the furniture, and there wasn't even cushions on them either, so it was really funny and really good to know that we did something nice for a family that needed something.
And the parents were just so grateful, and the kids were very happy, like they sat on it before we even put the cushions on the couch. That's how excited they were. So it was impactful that a simple gift such as furniture, which you wouldn't think twice about at your house, was so impactful.
IPG is kind of just like a organization where they will have people, anyone can go really, and they get to go sing in their own languages, so it's not like singing in English. They get to worship in their own.
We ran groups for the kids. There was like an elementary group and a preschool group, and we got to do games for them and just kind of connect with them.
For the children's ministry, when we gave them snacks, they were all like, can I have one for my sibling? Can I have one? You know, they were just like really caring about it, like their families, so that was kind of cool.
I met this little girl, and she was probably like 6 years old, and she was really, really shy in the beginning. And while we were doing like the games, she came over to me and she was like, will you be my friend? I was like, yes, I will. And it was just really cool how I made that connection with her, and we just got to be really good friends, and it was just really fun. When we went to the International Prayer Gathering, and I just got to be around the refugees and all of these people, and it made it feel a lot more personal to me, and like it made me humanize them a lot more than I have been recently. That, along with like when we went to Simonka Place, the homeless shelter, and I got to actually speak with these people, these women. It just really, it was really nice to be able to put a face to these figures and them not be refugees or homeless people, but people I know.
One story from the trip that was really impactful to me was when we were helping at the Marion Polk Food Share.
We made food packages and then they like shipped them out to people.
And it was just like so impactful to think about the fact that I'm like giving food to people.
A little bit after that, we went to the Simonka Place, which was a like shelter for homeless women and children. And we got to see that like a majority of their food donations were from the Marion Polk Food Share. And so I thought that was really cool that we got to see how our work was impacting people.
At Samoka Place, they are like housing for women and like mothers, and they give schooling to the children there, and they have different classes that the women there can take, and they provide 3 meals a day. We went and we did a bunch of yard work out front, and we got to socialize and have lunch with all the women there, and it was really cool hearing all their different stories and how God was just like working at work in their lives.
I'd say I'd learned that I'm really quick to make assumptions about people and what kind of people they are. And really throughout the trip, I noticed that a lot of the assumptions I've been making, specifically, once again, about like refugees and homeless people, a lot of them were incorrect. And it was really nice to be able to see and understand that that's not the way I should be thinking about these people.
Something I learned about God on this trip is that he can move through small ways or big ways, because you could see that not only would he move through just like a small way like the couch that I talked about, but that he could move through huge ways like setting off a chain reaction or even like changing someone's life. And it was just really amazing to see how one thing that he could work through us to do so many amazing things.
I learned that God can help people in many different ways, even if that's like giving people food, giving people homes, giving people couches, and just the fact that like he has a plan for everybody.
I learned that he can really show how powerful and like, you know, kind of encouraging he can be, because it just felt like I always had the motivation to go and do stuff that maybe I wasn't so comfortable with doing. So.
I learned that he can use a single person to make a really big impact in multiple people's lives, and he can just use just a middle schooler to make a lot of people feel special and wanted.
I learned that God can use us all like exactly how we are and who we are right now, and we don't have to wait till like we're older or until we're like better at something.
Something that I learned about God is that he will like give you what you need in times of need. So like he gave me the courage to go out and actually like interact with these people.
I learned that he can be really powerful through not just like people that like missionaries, but also like people that are just like everyday workers. The lady at the refugee place was super friendly, and she was like really passionate about what she did and how like all the refugees and stuff that come to Salem, and really wanted to help them and everything.
I'd say I learned that he's a lot more present than we take him to be. A lot of the times it can feel like, oh, he's God, he's doing something somewhere. But it was really amazing to just see how he's been working in these people and with these people, and how he's been helping them with shelter, with food, and how he's just been a part of the journey the entire time.